So when Russia won the war against Hitler, when Russia won the war against Hitler and America took all of those people in, America, welcome to America. When that happened, I hope y'all do understand that after they were gonna done parading Europe, see the satanic cult, the reason why Earth is the way it is right now, because the satanic cult is global. They all do sacrifices, they all do weird stuff. I don't want to talk too much about it, but like the satanic global cult is global, right? So Hitler, he was gonna go through Europe and he was gonna go globally too. The satanic cult is global. Like, think about COVID, right? I'm not gonna talk much about it now, but think about COVID. Somehow the globe was able to get together for this huge event, right? So Hitler was going to go through the whole globe. He was going to invest everybody infest everybody's countries, and the Russian army ended it. They won. And you want to know something else about Hitler? Or like, this is, like I said, do I look like I'm joking? I'm not joking, right? But you know, some people might think it's a joke, but like I said, remember, Hitler's army had alien army, weapon technology, teleportation, holograms. They had all of that even back then. They're just pretending that new technology is coming out. They didn't have that technology. And a bunch of shapeshifters did steal our technology. So that's why also our life is the way it is. Yes, I'm serious. And the federal government already admitted there's aliens, right? But, and yeah, aliens do exist, but this is the point that I want to make. That it's very weird to me when I see like people, well, a lot of the people who are celebrating like Holocaust or Hitler, they are federal agents. They're not citizens who might have had something happen to them. They're federal. And to me, it's just, if you're a citizen and you for some reason think like, if an organization like let's talk about Nazis, you think they would only go after Jews, like, please don't be a fool. They would go after you too. Like, do you think they would have stopped with Europe? They would have went globally and experimented on everybody, and our life would have been totally different if the Russians didn't win the war. But like I said, the reason why America seems like a big, huge mental institution and laboratory, because that's what it is. They took the psychiatrists, they took laboratory people, like people who work in the lab. They took army, weapons, technology. They took, like I said, they took to America doctors, surgeons. So that's why, like I said, America seems right now like a big, huge mental institution with robots and clones and thriller monsters, and people are acting crazy, and there's like experiments on people all the time, right? Because they don't like, no, like I said, no matter what they say, no matter what a group says they're after everybody actually. And sometimes the best part is there will be two groups that will act like they're against each other, but in reality, guess what? They're gonna meet each other in a basement and wear diapers together, eat babies together, eat shit together, choke on each other's dirty butt plugs together. I'm serious, by the way. Like, I'm not joking, I'm serious. You know? So the truth of the matter is, Hitler started in Europe, but he was gonna go globally and not just after the Jews. So I don't know, like sometimes y'all are celebrating some weird stuff. And this goes to my point of why I'm talking to the red pill. Red pill people are federal agents and they're very intellectual and they know these things. So if the very important part is, like, I'm going to talk to the red pill a lot in this way when I say, somebody might be like, ha ha ha, they're stupid, they don't know something, ha ha ha. No, they know. That's the scary part, is that they know and they're pretending not to know, right? Like I said, Hitler ate shit. He got everybody. Their cults burned the villages down. They were satanic. They were cannibals. They were part of a global organization. They were gonna go global, but the Russian army stopped it, and America took them all in. And that's what, you know. So it's very concerning that a lot of red pill people who are federal, very concerning, that are like, oh, we're pro Hitler. It's like, oh, for real? I'm pro-Hitler because he was against the Jews. Hitler was a Satanist, and he attacked a lot of citizens. Like, I don't want to talk too much about the Jewish topic. I mean, I'm a Jew, but whatever. But I'm gonna put it like this: the cult is global, and the satanic cult, no matter who they say they like or don't like, if you're a Satanist who wants to eat babies and shit, they will let you in. And even if you are a group of people that the satanic cult or any group says they like, they will eat you too. You are not safe, even if they tell you you are safe. Like, for example, imagine a cannibal of that caliber, like a Nazi cannibal who will even eat their own children, telling you they like you, and you're like, yeah, they like me. It's like, yeah, they like to eat you. No, but like Hitler said he would like us, or this group said they would like us. Okay, go live with them. Let's see. But you know what? Maybe you should go for dinner, and maybe you should take a diaper and a butt plug with you. And maybe you should write your family a farewell, because I don't know. But they like us. Yeah, like I said, a cannibal who would eat their own family and their own children told you they like you, and you're gonna believe them. Go ahead. That's another thing that's wrong with society. But the red pill who are all federal. Oops, I don't know why I'm putting these glasses on. The red pill who are all federal, they know this. So that's why I'm like, red pill, like, y'all are really playing games. What games are you trying to play? What games are you trying to play? Because like I said, Hitler ate shit. So why are you all like, oh yeah, I'm pro Hitler? Yeah, you're pro eating shit, you're pro cannibalism. You're pro killing citizens? Oh, well, he got rid of the bad Jews. Like I said, the cult is global. The whole cult, the global cult, they don't care who you are. Even if you're a person who they publicly say in the media they don't like, if you're a cannibal, they'll let you in. They'll welcome you. They'll let you eat shit with them. They'll let you eat babies with them. They'll let you choke on their dirty butt plugs with them. Like, you are gonna be cool. They will let you in. Even if they say that even if you're from, whether it's a race or religion or gender or whatever that they say they don't like, they will let you in if you were a cannibal. They will. What are you talking about? So, and like I said, Hitler wanted to go global. He wanted to experiment on everybody. That's why, like, that's why, like, think about COVID. It was a whole global event. COVID was a global event. Really think about it through this lens. What happened during COVID? And somehow the whole, whether countries are fighting or not, somehow, for some reason, during COVID, everybody got together. Yeah, that's how Holocaust was going to be. It was going to be a whole global event. It was going to be a global event. And you know what's funny about New York? Do you know what they tried to do in New York? Which they, excuse me, I don't want to, like, for this video, I don't want you to see me fix my bra. You know what they wanted to do during COVID in New York? Let me tell you, people who don't know, they were going to, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, they were going to pass a law that if they wanted to, they could knock on your door. Okay? Well, let me just see the time. If they wanted to, they could knock on your door. And without any reasoning, they could say they need to test you for COVID. And they said they were going to pass a law that they could keep you and experiment on you and give you any drugs or any treatment they wanted to. And you couldn't say no. They could just drag you out of your house and treat you medically. Like, and that, I'm serious. Do you understand where you live? Do you understand what, and in case you're like, well, I'm not from New York, and I don't care. Remember I said everything is always a global event. Would have started with New York. Would have continued in America, would have continued everywhere else. If it didn't already happen in some countries. If you're from a country, please let me know if that happened in your country. Because they tried to pass that law in New York. They tried to pass a law that they could come on your door, knock on your door and say, oh, we think you have COVID. We must test you. Army agents, federal, were going to come to your home and take you out of your home and experiment on you and give you treatment. And you can't leave until they were done with you. Like, what? And they were trying to pass it. And of course, like, God is not playing with y'all anymore. So obviously y'all didn't pass it. But what? What? Right? So that's so red pill. Like, I'm tired of y'all playing stupid. A lot of y'all are playing stupid. One federal idiot, or no, I don't know if he's a federal or not, but one idiot is pretending to be an idiot, saying he doesn't know, he thinks the egg is dead when the egg is like 50% genetic code, and the other half of the egg is a laser to delete bad sperm. And once again, if you're a man, you're offended by science. When women have their period, the bad egg leaves. Okay, so I'm not offended by science. Science is science, right? But he's pretending he doesn't know that the egg is not dead. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, red pill. Why are y'all so pro Hitler when, like, you're smart? You know everything I'm saying is true. Plus more, you're all federal. You have the documents. You know even more than me, and you know what I'm saying is true. So why are you? What is your problem? Y'all are all weird and creepy. Like, you're not even like Jew haters, or like, people who are watching the media and like putting stuff in like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together and like, oh, blah blah blah. Like, you're not citizens who are like disgusted by certain parts of the Jewish community. You are federal agents that should know what's going on for real, because a citizen and a federal are two different things. The federals know everything that citizens could never even imagine to know. So you're all federals, so how come every one of you weirdos... Okay, fine, not everyone is a federal. Some are army, some are federal, some are, I don't know, I guess idiot citizens. Don't get eaten by them, just warning you. Some are robots and clones. There's one ogre. There's one ogre in the red pill community. There's a bunch of passed around hoochies, and the male hoochies, by the way. A few of them, like, you could tell they're not an army or federal. They got passed around by the satanic cult for their job, and now they're like doing drugs because they can't handle it. There's a couple of these boys. Well, they're not boys. They're like young men. They're past like 20 or something, but still like passed around hoochies. So can y'all explain to me why you red pill people who are federal and should know all this information are pretending you don't know the information? You're spreading false information. Can you explain that to me? And once again, in case for some reason you're a Hitler lover, he ate shit and he's a cannibal. He would eat his own children. And they were planning to go global. And like I said, think about COVID. It was a global event. Right? And in New York, like I said, they would try to pass that a federal can knock on your door and just take you and experiment on you however long they want. Like, what? And like I said, even if you're not in New York, that would have concerned you too, because eventually they were planning to pass it all around. So, red pill, you diaper clinic, what's going on with y'all? Red pill, butt plug, shit eating, what's going on with y'all? Explain yourselves. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't know that Hitler got everybody too. A lot of people don't know that people like my grandma, who wasn't a Jew, where they would just burn villages down and nobody looked at the documents. They took all the children. A lot of people don't know that part of the Holocaust, but my grandma experienced it. And there were also sub-gangs, but they were actually federal, but they were pretending to be citizens who were fans of the Nazis, and they were killing people, burning villages down. But it was still federal, even though they said they weren't. Y'all know this in the red pill federals. You know this. You know this. So I'm not gonna believe you don't know this. Even if you're like, I didn't know. You're a liar. You're a federal. You know everything. Play stupid with somebody else. Play stupid with somebody who's still wearing a mask. Go over there. Go talk to them. Don't talk to me about that.